Hello Tube Dwellers and welcome to the live stream. Hello from Samurai Quack as well, as ever. So, part 2 of the team tournament test. Let's see how this one goes. We were supposed to have 6 teams, but we only have 4. Still, having run the numbers, that actually probably kind of works out better for us. It's certainly going to be faster anyway. So, Evil Bard, Arya, Achandra, Griffin, and SWAT, hello and welcome. So let's open up first of all with the teams, the members, and then who is going to be fighting whom. I hope everybody is ready. First of all, we have the Vertsona Floozy team with Sabrosona, Vertsud, and Bluesy Floozy. Then we have Garuda Warrior team with Master Booty, the role players, Codename GLZ. Then Little Box with Panda Mel, Tonics, and GodXZ. And finally, the Fellowship of Duelists with Arya, Kamal, Griffin, and Evil Bart. Rise by Where? Plutia, aka Project Mirai. I have no idea. Leek, hello. Welcome. Melissa, hello. Very excited. I like it. Alright, so very quickly then, the fights in order are going to be number 1, Sabrosona versus Master Booty. Number 2, Panda Mel versus Griffin. Number 3, the role players versus Arya Kamal. Number 4, Bluesy Floozy versus Tonics. Number 5, Evil Bart versus Vertsud. And number 6, Codename GLZ versus GodXZ. So please make sure that you have your opponent added to your friends list so that we're just ready to hit the ground running for each fight. James, I want to be the very best like no one ever was. Yes, to catch them is your real test, train them is your cause. Good stuff. Sabro, hello. Hello and welcome. Sabro, you're up first against Master Booty. So please make sure that you've added him as a friend and vice versa. While we're waiting for everybody to log in and get ready for the fight, if anybody would like me to take a look at a deck, either for the purposes of critique and polishing or just to show it off, put your deck code in the chat. So, of course, you're up against Tonics as predicted. Well, yep, I have nothing to do with these. It's not even random. Everybody chose their own. Giuliano, Elroy, hello, welcome, welcome. Project Mirai present. Lord Tarragana, are you late? Nope, nope, we only started 3 minutes ago, it's fine. Evil Bart, yes, you're up against Vertsud, so, you know, ganbatte. You're gonna get eaten. James, what's the IGN of Arya's opponent again? Arya's opponent is the role players, part of the Garuda Warriors. I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't remember actually off the top of my head what their in-game name. In fact, I don't know if I know period what their in-game name is. It's all very confusing. James, Arya told me I would participate if he wouldn't. Well, he seems to be around, so I'm assuming he's going to participate. I'm a genius. I'm here. Kengi, you've got a deck you want to show off? Fair enough. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure this is the. Yep, this is the deck that we use to check people. Oops. So, Arya, your opponent is Project Mirai. You're fighting... the roleplay is Project Mirai. Okay. What's this? 602. I see Mabinogi Duel's finally moved beyond 601. 05, A9. Oops, no enter. Ba-da-bum. Zakhoner, hello, welcome. Magnum Opus, you're here, good, good. Arya's here, yep. Lionel, you guess you won't sub for anyone? Sad. Mr. Roo here, hello, Rise and Pie. Okay, this is the deck that Kingy showing off. Rapidly becoming something of a classic, although the Bluesy Floozy is an interesting addition there. Persona Lin, always good, of course, and Synthesized Zombie, a nice combination with Piole, Summon Dead, just really useful against gimmicks. Hen Yuen Chua, okay, take a quick look, back into the 01s, EFBA. Mr. Blueby says, good luck, Kengi. Kengai. Alright, and share. King of Prophets, always nice. The astrologist rather, Amantur is an interesting choice. Perhaps not necessarily the best, but it's not ruined. Hammer's Blue Spell Circle, always nice. Desert Fox. I'd replace that with a Leopard personally. Kadir's Flying Sword is okay, but an Imp or a Black Spirit might be a better idea. Amantur, personally, I'd replace Amantur with Undine, but it's up to you. Otherwise, it seems stable enough. Certainly that would be good enough to get you into Platinum as it is. Just, consider replacing the Desert Fox. Okay, so it looks like everybody's, well, we've got enough people in here anyway. So, once again, the battle order, very quickly, is Sabrosona versus Master Booty, then Panda Mel versus Griffin, then the role players versus Kamal, then Floozy versus Tonics, then Evil Bart versus Vertsud, then Codename GLZ versus God XZ. So, up first is Sabrosona versus Master Booty. Sabrosona versus Master Booty. So, please come online if you aren't already. I see Elonisama is. I don't see Master Booty there, but then I'm not sure if he's on my friends list, actually. Leak. Cuteness is justice. Remember that, Arc. Fair enough. I can't argue with it, largely because I don't understand it. James has a deck. Okay. Well, Elonisama... and Master Booty, if you can comment in the chat to let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're here. I'll take a look. Oh, no, what's this? Oh, a gift from Eleanor, so I assume that means you're here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yes, let me know in the chat that you're here and you're ready to fight. Just so that I know who is actually around. Master Booty and Elunisama, please let me know in the chat that you're ready to fight. James and Giuliano have a couple of deck codes, but I'd quite like to get this sorted out first. You guys don't mind. So I'd argue got some gem gifts, maybe the winning team gets them. There won't be a winning team today. We're just doing sort of qualifier format testing. But if this goes well and people like it, then we'll do the finals on the Friday, by which point the gems will have disappeared, so I'll give them out today. Sabersona's here. Good. Leak, it was about Fox over Leopard. Yeah, I kind of assumed it was, but I'm not sure why cuteness equals justice. Bard is sad the transformation spell only in nature and mana. Yeah. Well, technically Gold has a transformation spell in Goblin Intercept, but yeah. What's this now? Gift from Gamer 404. 2 gifts from Gamer 404. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Goes towards booster packs, eventually, which go towards cards, which go towards videos, ideally. Although these days I'm saving up my gems. With Duel of Summoners, just 1 booster set off catching up with Mabinogi Duel. It's beginning to look like we're going to be seeing some actual new boosters in the next couple of months. So, saving up for those. There's a Dark Frogify. Yeah, there's Dark... turn to Frog as well. We still haven't heard from Master Booty. So we'll start the timer, let's say now. So 5 minutes. If Master Booty does not turn up in the next 5 minutes, then the win automatically goes to Sabrosona. So Vertsona Floozy will get an automatic win, and Garuda Warriors will get no points. Dun dun dun. So 5 minutes. 5 minutes until Master Booty is disqualified. Griffin, I have a Dark Turn to Frog. Yes. It's okay. You know, it's not a card you honestly see a lot of people running. Generally, if you're running Dark, it's for sort of specific utility-based reasons, or you're running Lilith. Either way, you don't really need it. But it's nice to have as a just in case. Master Booty is a Chandra. Yeah, okay. Well, I still need him to actually say that he's ready to fight. Oh, he's online anyway, so that's good. Okay, well, since... no, he's not actually. There's Panda Mel. Or was Master Booty on there a second ago and it just disappeared? Or am I having a stroke? I'm not sure. Either way, I need Master Booty or Chandra to actually tell me that he's ready and to get online so that we can start the fighting. Well, so that I can spin the duck and we can start the fighting. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. James, you're always lacking your mutants. Well, these days most people are. Thanks to the stupid bonus card system. Codename, you're a dead man. Why? Who are you fighting? Versus God XZ? You never know. There's a Linker Elven Kier going for 198,000 at CQDEA. If anybody wants to pick that up, apparently. Thank you for the notification, Leech. So, Achandra / Master Booty, please let me know if you are online. You have 3 and a bit minutes. Chill out. Are you telling yourself to chill out, or what's happening? 3 minutes. 3 minutes until Master Booty is disqualified. I know he's here, or he was earlier on the stream, but no sign of him in the chat. And we need an actual chat notification. Can keep posting more things. I wanted to get this sort of done and started up. But since I'm not hearing anything from Master... Someone bought it already, did at least. Since I'm not hearing anything from Master Booty, we'll just quickly take a look at the deck codes then. So if you have a deck code, please repost it. I know a couple of people did. Mud Hero Dross. Always fun. Oops. Didn't want you to say that was a new deck. My bad. Overwrites. Okay. No, Dark Betrayal. Oh. And Dragon Hunter Fry, which we've been seeing a fair amount of, which is nice. Is Turk +1 good? It meets a few breakpoints. Unfortunately, no. No. Turk is a super fun card, really enjoyable. But he's not a good card in PvP, unfortunately. Apart from anything else, his effect is way too random. So he doesn't summon creatures until the beginning of the next turn, which is a disadvantage already. And then even if you boost his attack up to like 12 or something, he still has a chance to just summon a share. So he's unreliable. His primary ability only activates at the beginning of the turn. Even at +1, he doesn't meet all HP breakpoints. So, no, a lot of fun, but not a good card. Fine in PvG, but then anything's fine in PvG. Okay, still haven't heard from Master Booty. 1 minute. 1 minute. Dun dun dun. It's weird because, as I say, it was here right at the beginning. I don't know, maybe the internet crashed or something. Master Blueby. 602. What was that? 05BO. Oh, BO. There we go. Save overwrites. Angel Orperia. It's a bit concerning. Okay, interesting. Some weird choices in there. So the Mana Magician Mask Field +1, which is the normal mana would be better. Dark Angel Orperia -1, which is fine. Angel Orperia Standard, the -1 version would be better. In Iron Maiden's not great, and Ennoblement isn't great. The Giant Rock Golem mana -1 is a weird choice as well, honestly. Very strange choice there. I suppose I can kind of see why you'd go for it. It's a 12 effective HP for a 2 cost, so yeah, not the worst choice in the world, certainly. But the Iron Maiden, the Ennoblement are not great. Mana Magician Mask Field +1, but the normal one is better, and Angel Orperia would be better as a -1. But yeah, I mean, you know, basics, not too shabby. Master Booty has internet problems. Yeah, I kind of assumed as much, but this is well, you're saying wait, but we are doing kind of like a tournament format test here, so we can't wait. If somebody misses the deadline, then they're out. It is a tournament test. There we go. You guys take your time, your sweet time. Take your sweet time. I'm just going to rest my eyes over here. Yeah. Chris Pine Solo. Hey, welcome, welcome. Mr. Blueby combo the Magician. Combos with Ennoblement. Resummons a selected target in the same slot with the highest possible level. If their level is increased by this effect, reduce it. Yeah, but I mean, it's just a bad card, though. 5, 7, and 8. So you're never going to use it at 5, obviously, because you wanted to increase the level. Or, in fact, actually, you kind of don't want to. Why would you want to? Okay, so you want to resummon it on the thing, but at 5, 7, and 8, that is way too expensive. Way too expensive. Okay, we'll very quickly look at James's, and then I'm afraid if because we're past time. So if Master Booty hasn't appeared yet, then he gets disqualified. So he has like an extra 1 minute while I check out this deck. So that's correct, right? FD6B, yeah. Okay, overwrite. Codename's going to trade a kidney for Seiki or Camellia. Trade a kidney for Camellia, not for Seiki. Seiki's great, but he's not kidney worthy. That looks solid to me, honestly. I'd replace the Ritual of Darkness with a Summon Dead. But I can see why, personally, just because for anti-gimmick nonsense, but I can see why you'd want to keep it for the Betrayal Ritual of Darkness into the Magician Masked Field, so yeah, I mean, that's a solid deck. That could quite easily get you into the top 10. As I say, switch out the Ritual of Darkness for a Summon Dead for a more guaranteed ramp, but otherwise, yeah, no obvious problems. Hunt, maybe command hunting would be a little bit better, but game is up to you. Yeah, no transformation, so Ritual of Darkness into a Dark turn to Frog, even there actually could be okay. Yeah, but honestly, as it is, you do fine with that. Do fine. Okay, we're just going to have to declare Master Booty a forfeit there. So, Sabrosona, you don't actually need to fight. Congratulations, and it's unfortunate that Master Booty happens to have the internet problems, but so it goes. So I'll just make the notes there of the points, and Sabrosona winner. Chicken dinner. There we go. Okay. This gamer deck is already in top 10 in monthly. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. As I say, it's a solid platinum top 10 deck. So nice win, Sabrosona. Good job. Okay, up next is Panda Mel versus Griffin. Panda Mel versus Griffin. So where are we here? I know that Panda Mel, now Master Booty appears, but unfortunately we've already declared the win for Sabrosona. You bought your Seiki for 1.1 million. Nothing too expensive. Okay. Anyway, Griffin versus Panda Mel. Griffin versus Panda Mel. Get a Master of Defense Xiao Liang, but I do not have any idea how to build a deck with it. I don't have that card, so I can't really give you any advice, unfortunately. Arya's cheering for Griff, which, makes sense. They're on the same team. So there's Panda Mel. I'm not sure if I have Griffin on my friend list, so let's just say facing forward Panda Mel, facing away Griffin. Okay, let's spin that duck. Facing away, so what did we say? That was going to be Griffin. All right, so Griffin, please send a battle request to Panda Mel. Griffin, send the battle request. Kengi is also cheering for Griffin. Ah, a lot of Griffin cheers here. So just keep an eye on Panda Mel until it starts to transition. James, I've never had 1.1 million in the game before. It's not easy for if you don't play the marketplace. Put it that way. If you don't play the marketplace, then yeah, you're never going to get a lot of gold. The game pretends that it's quite generous with it, with all the quests that give you gold, but it's all like 100, 1,000, and in a marketplace that's measured in the millions, it's not very helpful. Iru, hello, welcome. Ah, there we go. So, spectate. Alright, so what do we got? Einhop, apparently, is Griffin up at the top with no mutants and the Sarah hero, and Panda Mel down the bottom with 1 mutant and the neutral, slightly tanned female hero. So Panda Mel opens with an aggressive Golden Garden Cat. That won't, of course, generate any extra light resources because the gold isn't where it needs to be. Nevertheless, it's not really the kind of thing that you want to just leave lying around. So, Einhop's turn. Could answer with a surprise attack, a hunt, goes for elf instead, fair enough. So the elf will kill the Golden Garden Cat before the Golden Garden Cat kills the elf, but Panda Mel could remove the elf with a hunt, which is what they do. Golden Garden Cat gets 2 damage through, and Panda Mel is now ready to level up. So, Einhop's turn could once again go for a removal spell onto the Golden Garden Cat, which would put them being able to level up themselves, or could go for a block with another creature. Goes for a charge instead, fair enough. That means that the Golden Garden Cat is going to get at least another 4 damage out, so there's 2 of it. Einhop's got to level up now. There we go, and the Golden Garden Cat gets the second off, as well as generating some light resources. So, Panda Mel's off to a great start here, with the Golden Garden Cat having, will have done 6 damage, and has actually activated its light generating resource. A discard into nature, so you have to assume it's going to be Cocoon Trap or Ambush Vine. Could be Hidden Spider, but that's somewhat rarer. Einhop goes for a charge on the first action, and got to do something about that Golden Garden Cat. At this point, it's impossible to remove it for equal to or less than its cost. So out comes the surprise attack, and that Golden Garden Cat, Panda Mel's probably not too concerned about that. It's really paid for its own cost in a major way. Panda Mel's turn, drops an aggressive Fiery Zealot, which is always an interesting play, and goes for a charge. Almost ready to level up to level 3. Einhop, not doing too badly for experience, but obviously lagging a little bit behind. Out comes the Taylor Michelle. That is not going to activate onto the 8 HP, even if it hadn't been Cocoon Trapped, but it was Cocoon Trapped. So, unfortunate there for Einhop. Out comes a Hunt that's going to take care of the Fiery Zealots. And now Panda Mel can drop a Goblin Shredder, which we always assume that they have if a Cocoon Trap is on the field. Down goes the Goblin Shredder, and bye-bye to the Taylor Michelle. So a nice little double play there by Panda Mel. A lot of resources left in light, marginal number in nature, and absolute none in gold. Einhop doing pretty well for gold, dropping a Goblin Bomb Squad in front of that Goblin Shredder, and charging, leveling up rather, up to level 3. So both players up at level 3 now, relatively even HP-wise. Out comes the surprise attack. That's going to, of course, activate and kill the Goblin Shredder, but you don't want to leave that as it was. Light Special Edition Elf Hero Triss, not the +1 variant, comes out. Interesting to see. And Panda Mel goes for a charge. So Einhop goes for a charge on the first action. Got to do something about those 3. Flame Mission would be really nice, but of course can't afford it with only 5 gold. Goes for a Revive, which is a little bit painful. 5 damage coming out there onto Einhop. And 1 action left. That is a nasty amount of damage to be facing down the barrel of. That's literally half of Einhop's health is facing him on Panda Mel's side of the field. So, he's got to do something, at the very least, about that Elf Hero Triss. Out comes a surprise attack, down goes the Triss, so that leaves 7 damage now, as opposed to the original 14 coming out into Einhop. Not too bad. A charge up on the first action, a Dragon's Guardian on the second, which is going to be awkward for Einhop, because of course if that Dragon's Guardian dies, then that's going to be a lot of resources going into gold. Unless of course you kill it via an ability, or vanish, or transform it first. Einhop's turn, once again, lagging a little bit behind in terms of HP and battlefield presence here. Out comes that Goblin Shredder because it's an ability kill. The Dragon's Guardian's ability doesn't activate. Einhop with 6 damage on the field there. 4 damage are going to come out from that elf. The elf archer, of course, is going to be redirected into the Goblin Shredder, so Einhop may just go for a double charge here, which they do. 1 HP coming up off the charge, but the second charge not doing much at all. Hunter PLA coming down. That's not going to kill the Goblin Shredder outright, so interesting choice. Or actually, no, it will because of the Elf Archer, won't it? Ahaha, no. Clever play there by Panda Mel. The Elf Archer comboing with the Piole. Very nicely done. Didn't see that originally. So, nicely done there. Einhop still remaining on the back foot. Not doing quite so well for resources. Having to play very defensively here. Removes that Elf. and leaves the Elf Archer out onto the field. So there's 2 removal spells being cast so far to remove both the Triss and the Elf. So Panda Mel's made a really good resource trade off that. Out comes Rise of the People. Panda Mel just really putting on this aggro pressure in the late game. Lots of multiple summon creatures. Not too easy to deal with, and of course the problem with the citizens is that when they die they give some of the light resource back. So the Rise of the People spell is not quite as expensive as it may first appear. Einhob's turn, still lagging a little bit behind in terms of resources and a lot in terms of HP, but could still turn this around if he can make some good plays here. So let's see what he decides to go for. Out comes the Forest Fire. That's going to kill both of the citizens. Going to give Panda Mel, of course, some light energy back. And Einhob has 2 more actions to go. Will he drop something in front of the Elven Archer, or drop an aggressive creature, or simply go for a double charge, hoping to regain some resource parity and a couple of life points? Goes for a charge on the second action and on the third. Does get 1 HP back from that, so that's not too bad. The Elf Archer's going to deal 3 damage, taking him down to 13. A revive by Panda Mel, which hurts, but you can definitely afford it at this point. Out comes the Golden Garden Cat in an aggressive position, and of course, because the gold is up at 5, the Golden Garden Cat's ability will activate if Einhop can't counter it. So let's see what Einhop decides to go for here. Just Panda Mel not really giving him any opportunities to go onto an offensive footing, just forcing Einhop into continual reactive plays. A revive from the grave on Einhop's side, doing 4 damage. Out comes Hunter Piole. That's going to be in front of the Elven Archer, but ouch, it gets snagged by the Cocoon Trap. That's got to suck for poor Einhop. So that's an expensive Piole coming out there for no real value whatsoever. Doesn't have enough resources in nature or gold to do anything, so he's got to drop that surprise attack onto the Golden Garden Cat. So an unfortunate Cocoon Trap there for Einhop. If his Piole had managed to activate, it would have put him into a much stronger position with no creatures left on the board. Out comes the Hunt, takes care of that Piole, and I assume we're just going to see, well, I was going to assume a double charge, but no, going for a very aggressive play here. Panda Mel just wants to go for the guaranteed win. So Einhob's turn with 2, 1, and 1. I don't think there's anything he can do now, even with a double discard into any of the camps. I don't think he can afford any removal spells that would take care of that Fiery Zealot. A charge does gain hit points, another charge gains more hit points, and final charge, a final charge. Okay, so acknowledging defeat there. Panda Mel's turn. Are we going to see a triple charge onto Sportsmanlike Finish? It looks like it. So a charge on the first action, charge on the second, yep, and a charge on the third for Sportsmanlike Finish. There it is, okay. And the Fiery Zealot lands a finishing blow. So congratulations to Panda Mel, and well played to Griffin there. Alright, so far that is Vertsona Floozy and Little Box with 1 point apiece, and Garuda Warrior and the Fellowship of the Duelists with 0 points each. So, well played to both players there. Up next is the Role Players versus Ariaikmal. The Role Players versus Ariaikmal. 09. Hello! Hello. I didn't see you for a second there, but welcome. People just trading in the chat, which is fine. So, I was saying, yes, the Role Players versus Ariaikmal. The Role Players versus Aria. So, please come online, and of course make sure you have each other added as friends. And I will just keep refreshing until I see you guys appear. Up next, after this, will be Bluesy Floozy versus Gin Tonics, then Evil Bard versus Vertsud, then Codename GLZ versus God X. Aria, the duck, please. Okay. Hello. Alright, let's say, yeah, because you can't do this at the same time, can you? So let's say facing forward, Aria, facing backward, Role Players. Okay, alphabetical. Oh, no, try that again. Okay, and duck tried to embed itself into my chest cavity, and again, okay, there we go. Facing towards me, so we said that was going to be Role Players. So, Role Players, please, or the Role Players, please send a battle request. The Role Players, please send a battle request to Ariaikmal. Kutax, what is your game ID? It is the Arcadean. That's my game tag in literally every game I play. So if you ever see the Arcadean, it's me. Already on the way. Good, good. James, I'm really sad I didn't get to play. Yes, that is sad. But maybe next time. Friend request from Abhirok. Okay, I will add you now. For those who don't know, if you send me a friend request rather during a live stream, I guarantee to add you to my friends list. So let's say Kyo, 27 days away. Sorry, Kyo, but gotta delete you. If you'd like me to re-add you, just send me another friend request. Oh, and another one from Gilby's as well. Okay, let me just quickly double check here. Arya's online, but nobody's fighting yet, so I do have time to remove a couple of people. Man, this friend list needs a little bit of trimming here. Okay, number 17 Namsan. Number 17 Namsan has to be deleted, I'm afraid, if you would like to be re-added. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so Birok added. Gilby's added. And a couple of gifts from Nesk. 13 gems. Thank you very much, Nesk. I very much appreciate it. Griffin, the game went as expected. I suck. You don't suck. You did very well. Your 13 gems gift. Okay, oh, they've passed in. Good. Whoop. Alright. So, Project Mirai up at the top with no mutants and the hero whose name I've forgotten, actually, to my shame. And Arya down the bottom with a neutral hero and 2 mutants, it seems like. What's her... I want to say Lufencia, but it's not Lufencia. Ah, I don't remember. Anyway, an aggressive elf and an aggressive suspicious peddler have come out on both sides of the field. Both players have an even number of hit points. Let's see if Project Mirai decides to do anything aggressive to that elf. A goblin shredder, of course, would be a lovely drop here. Since the suspicious peddler doesn't really care about what its hit point values are. Anything between 1 and its maximum HP is within HP breakpoint range anyway, so... Okay, an aggressive leopard comes out on the off right hand side, center right. I'll just call it the center right side. Arya levels up, but you're going to let that 5 damage come through from Project Mirai's side. Project Mirai, of course, going to follow through and level up as well. Sci-fi movies. Hi, can you add me to the tournament? There's no tournament sign-ups just yet. When there are tournament sign-ups, they will be done on my Discord server. So if you want to sign up to the tournaments, you have to actually be on my Discord server. It's just because that's the only way to actually organize the thing properly. Linker Elven here comes out at level 2, which is always unusual to see, but manages to take care of that suspicious peddler without activating its ability. And the Fiery Zealot comes out in front of the Leopard, putting it into something of a no-win situation. Flame Mission comes out, that's going to take care of basically everyone with the Leopard's damage combined. So a nice resource trade there on Project Mirai's side. And going for an arena champion rather than a charge up. Interesting play there. Drops it, and of course it ups its own attack and defense values. I do like arena champion. You don't see it very much, but if you're a relatively new player who doesn't have, you know, light finishers like Seigi and so on and so forth, then arena champion is not a bad option. So, Arya Kamal is going to just let that happen. Project Mirai charges up and levels up. Just going to let those 7 damage keep coming through. Arya levels up and goes for charge. Another 7 damage coming through. That is going to be painful. James, Griffin was on defense during the whole match. To be blunt, it was pretty one-sided, and battlefield dominance was with the opponent. Yeah, it was a tempo control. His opponent did have tempo control. Doesn't mean he played badly. But yes, his opponent definitely maintained control of the battlefield pacing. Project Mirai goes for triple charge, because why do anything else when you have battlefield control and your opponent's a bit on the run? Out comes a capture onto the arena champion. It doesn't, of course, give Arya any battlefield presence there, so an expensive... no, I hesitate to say counter, but an expensive move. Out comes the Magician Mask Field, far right hand side of course, and the Ana appears in center alongside an aggressive Crusader. Fortunate for Project Mirai that the Ana didn't appear in front of the arena champion, so now he's got a lot of damage coming out. The Flame Mission comes out that's going to kill the Crusader, put Ana into the cutting box and do nothing to the Magician Masked Field, but a Holy Missile is going to take care of that Magician. Really, Arya should have done the Holy Missile first and then the Flame Mission, and that would have cleared off Ana as well, but hey, we all make mistakes sometimes. So, Project Mirai's turn, almost nothing in Darkness or Light, but a lot of resources into gold, so let's see what they decide to do here. Chat's going very quickly. Okay, what is the Discord? I have a link. Yes, I will put the link in now. So anybody wants to join in the Discord. Okay, so out comes an aggressive leopard, which is answered by a Cassiel, which is obviously a creature betrayal. Interesting to see Cassiel with no Ritual of Darkness, Chief Guard of Tanors, or anything like that. So the leopard's going to get an attack off and then return to Project Mirai's side of the field. Assistant Anna comes back out of her cutting box. Project Mirai's got a lot of presence there. Takes care of that Angel Cassiel. Doesn't want to deal with that kind of damage. Going to leave the leopard alone, it looks like. Could drop a creature as a temporary block in front, so the leopard will move later, but then it would probably move in front of the arena champion, so awkward. Out comes the Arrow of Revenge, going to take advantage of Arya's 7 creatures in there, and with the Assistant Anna's damage, that is going to be game. So congratulations to Project Mirai, and well played to Arya. So let's just make a note of these, and the role players 1. Okay, so that is now Versona, Floozy, Garuda Warrior, and Little Box all running equal so far with 1 point apiece. So let's see. Yep, Discord link is in the chat now. Kengi still available. Raya sub. I don't know. So what, we all make mistakes sometimes. Yes, sometimes. And Evil Ball wants to know where to start. Okay, up next is Bluesy Floozy versus Gin Tonics. Bluesy versus Gin Tonics. So I know that Bluesy's there, just chatting right now. I will spin the duck because I know that SWAT can't watch this and play at the same time. So face forward, we'll do it alphabetically. Who's it versus Gin Tonics? Okay, so face forward, Gin Tonics. Face away, SWAT. Okay. Wow, that is really dancing. Okay, facing towards. So Gin Tonics. Gin Tonics goes sends the battle request. What are we doing? Yes. Yes, that's correct. So Gin Tonics, please send a battle request to Arya. Gin Tonics, please send a battle request to Arya. Master Booty ready? Well, that's about 37 minutes too late, dude. God X Z, you're ready too? Yeah, that's good. You're the last fight, so don't worry. Okay, just waiting for. Okay, well I see Karma's online, so Gin Tonics, please send a battle request to Karma. Gin Tonics, please send a battle request to Karma. Gin Tonics Bluesy is online. Yes, he's there. That Bluesy Floozy is Karma 5, the one up at the top there. Giuliano Elroy, who I thought I was going to lose for sure. Well, you did very well. Evil Bar, with that picture, I'm guessing you're using the deck I'm thinking, or maybe you trying to trick me. I don't know. Okay. Just waiting on the fight. Okay, says Gin Tonics. Alright, so Gin Tonics, please go online, send a battle request to Karma. Please send a battle request to Karma. Okay, good. I see you're online now. Excellent. Waiting for the transition. Go. Okay, well, I'm just waiting for it to transition. Okay, here we go. Alright, so it's Gin Tonics who's doing the challenge, so Gin Tonics is the one we will observe from. Evil Bar cheering for Bluesy. Other people cheering for Gin. There we go. Alright, here we go. So, Karma up at the top with the Fene Hero, boo, and 2 mutants. Gin Tonics down the bottom with the L Hero and 2 mutants. An aggressive opening there from Karma with a Light Elf, always a very difficult card to answer. And Gin Tonics' turn. So, obviously a surprise attack or a hunt would be a standard answer here. Now comes the surprise attack. Very dirty surprise attack. Low warn value or high warn value. So down goes the elf. Karma's turn, goes for a charge, and back into Gin Tonics' side of the field, who also goes for a charge. Gin Tonics ready to level up now, so Karma's certainly going to drop a card, and he does. Cute baby bird. Gin Tonics could just choose to ignore that if he wanted to, and he does. So if gold is 4 or higher upon death, disappears and summons a Kadir's monster bird. Okay, so the gold was obviously high enough. Gin Tonics didn't really want to answer that, and at 2 attack value, you don't really need to answer the cute baby bird. Gin Tonics' turn. Let's see what he decides to go for here. Aria, I'm about to go off. My parents are home. Thanks for the stream. Well, thanks for stopping by. Out comes the Golden Garden Cat. That is going to activate its ability, so it's a forced removal there from Karma. Will Gin Tonics play another card? Nope. He's going to just charge up, leave that Golden Garden Cat there for Karma to remove. Out comes the removal spell. The Hunt takes care of the Golden Garden Cat, and Karma goes for a charge. The cute baby bird continues to chip away at Gin Tonics' HP. He has 666 resources, so let's see if he does something demonic. James, to be honest, I hate Bluesy Floozy mostly because I don't have her. I really want her, but she's too damn expensive. Yeah, these Bluesy Floozies are too damn expensive. Mr. Lick says good morning, or good evening, good afternoon. Out comes a light elf hero Triss +1, positioned so that the elf archer is going to be blocking the cute baby bird. An interesting choice there because, of course, the elf archer will eventually kill that cute baby bird, which Karma's perfectly happy with. So Gin Tonics must have some sort of plan for removing the cute baby bird without it dying. We shall see. Command Hunting comes out. That's going to take care of the Triss in the center and going to leave the elf +1 out on the far right hand side. So Gin Tonics' turn. He could just leave the elf and archer to just chip away a little bit at the cute baby bird this time before dealing with it next turn. It looks like he might choose to do that. Goes for a charge on the first action and a charge on the second action. Wants to see perhaps if he can bait out more responses from this. Okay, so the Elven Archer actually does penetrate through defense, which I'd forgotten about. So out comes the Kadir's Monster Bird, which moves itself in front of the Elf +1. Karma goes for a level up and a charge. The Kadir's Monster Bird just continues to do what Kadir Monster Birds do. And it is Gin Tonics' turn. He could go for a level up into a Command Hunting here, or just go straight for the Flame Emission and go into the level up from there. Going to let 8 damage now come out on his side of the field, right into Karma, who's going to be feeling the burn a little bit there, but who also has more than enough resources to make a comeback here. More than enough resources for a Materio or a Fabicia. Out comes the Materio, and at level 3 that is going to kill off both the Elven Archer Light +1 and the Elf +1 as well. Golden Garden Cat comes out on the far right hand side, and there goes Materio's ability. So, Gin Tonics' turn once again. He does have a decent amount of resources here. A hunt into the Materio would work out fine. Going for a capture instead onto the Materio. Going to use the Materio to his advantage there for the end of turn, the beginning of turn sword summon, end of turn AoE effect. Will he remove the Golden Garden Cat, or is he going to let the light generation happen and regain some resources? Let's see. Goes for a charge up on the second action, which goes into nature, balancing it out quite nicely for himself. And goes for a secondary charge. So he's going to let the Golden Garden Cat generate that extra 2 light resources. And see if he can bait out a response from Karma, who possibly will choose to just go for a triple charge here. Goes for a double charge. And into a triple charge. Alright, so the Master Templar Material is going to summon a sword, and that's going to kill the Golden Garden Cat at the end of the turn. So Gin Tonics doesn't need to worry too much about that anymore. Gin Tonics goes for a charge of his own. Kutak's Materio, best AoE. It's one of the best, absolutely, yeah. It's a very good AoE. A double charge, we're going to see a triple charge. Yep, going to see a triple charge as he tries to maintain resource parity here and forces Karma to react to that Materio, thanks to the constant damage. Out comes the Paralyzer Allurin. That's going to kill the Materio and leave itself out onto the field, of course. Karma goes for a double charge. Down goes the Materio. Gin Tonics' turn once again. That Paralyzer Allurin, not too difficult to answer. Surprise attack will take care of it very easily. Goes for a Goblin Shredder, which is an interesting choice there. Are we going to see maybe a holy missile just for a very cheap removal onto it, or is he going to just leave it alone? He's just going to leave it alone. Okay, so if Karma goes for a removal onto the Goblin Shredder, we're almost certainly going to see a Piolet onto that Paralyzer Allurin. Karma goes for multiple charges instead. Once again, it's going really high into light and gold, but almost nothing going into to nature for him. Tonics going for a charge as well. Both players here just trying to maintain as much of a resource lead as they possibly can. Not enough nature on Karma's side to summon a Piolet, so Tonics doesn't need to worry about that too much. Can go for a triple charge without worrying about it. Golden Bomb Squad comes out in front of the Goblin Shredder. And Karma goes for a double charge. Tonics almost certainly going to ignore that Goblin Bomb Squad. Going to let the Goblin Shredder do a little bit of damage to it so that Piolet can kill it on the following round. Will he go for a triple charge or will he go for a summon? He's got to be worried about that. Templar Materio, although Karma has only 4 cards, in fact less than that, 3 cards left in his hand. So Karma's going to be forced into a revival before Tonics is at this rate. So Tonics goes for an aggressive Fiery Zealot on the far left-hand side, and almost certainly going to go into a double charge now, just to maintain as much of a resource lead as possible. If Karma goes for the Revival out of the grave, which he's almost certainly going to have to do, if not now, then very soon, then that's going to really hurt. So out comes the Drag to Hell, that's going to kill off both of those creatures. Always a nice combo there. And out comes Princess Fabicia, who, of course, summons a leopard at the end of the turn, which is one of the reasons why she's so annoying to have to deal with. So, not too difficult to remove here by Tonics, depending on what kind of removal spells he's got in his hand. We know that he doesn't have Capture anymore. Out comes a Paralyzer Allurin, a very nice play there against the Princess Fabicia. And a Revival, which is very interesting. So he's given Karma back a lot of cards and hurt himself very badly there. Not 100% sure why Tonics decided to go for that, but okay. We assume he has a plan. He is one of our legendaries, and out comes the elf hero Triss. That's really baiting out a Materio response, which he doesn't have any answers to. No cocoon trap or anything lying in the grave. So a couple of very bold plays here, interesting plays here by Tonics. Out comes the Forest Fire. It's going to clear off a lot of these guys, leaving the elf hero Triss out onto the field. Let's see what Karma decides to go for now. Goes for a charge on the second action. Pretty much has to do something about that elf hero Triss. You don't really want to take that 8 damage. And there's the Master Templar Materio. There we go. Alright, so Templar Materio comes out, and that takes care of the elf. So Tonics' turn. Master Templar Materio is out onto the field. You really don't want to have to deal with that. Not enough for another capture, so really got to go for a removal spell. Can't afford to leave Materio out running around on the field. There goes the hunt, down goes Materio, and I assume we're about to see a double charge, although possibly an aggressive play here. We are going to see an aggressive play, taking advantage of the fact that Karma has very little resources left. Out comes those citizens. That's going to be really awkward for Karma to deal with now. 6 cards in the grave, 6 cards in hand, and really you don't want to kill the citizens with... you don't want to actually outright kill the citizens. You don't want to transform them. You want to vanish them. You want to move them somehow. Leaving them out onto the field is problematic. So, a double charge from Karma's side. And out comes Paralyzer Allurin. That is going to kill one of the citizens, which will, of course, put its goal light resources into Tonics' pool. So, Tonics, not quite enough resources for a surprise attack or for a hunt at this point. But could go for a Goblin Shredder once again. No, goes for a Fiery Zealot instead. Interesting. Interesting choice, but a safe one, I think, to make there. Tonics charges on his second action. And charges up on the third one as well. Okay. Alright. So, 5 damage coming out against Karma with 4, 1, and 2 resources. He charges up and it goes into nature, which balances it out quite nicely for him. Charges up and again he goes into nature, balancing it out quite nicely. Karma's good job comes out there. Now, if... Yeah, there's a few choices here, really. But probably Tonics is going to play it somewhat safe. But you never know. Legendary player. So always has a plan. Always has a plan. Let's see what he decides to go for here. Goes for a charge on the first action. He is going up against a Fene, of course, so Karma's hero could perform all kinds of shenanigans with saving itself. So you don't really want to overcommit against a Fene hero. They can turn that against you without too much difficulty. So a triple charge there for Tonics, trying to just maintain as much of a resource lead as possible. That Fiery Zealot is going to go down and kill the Paralyzer Illurin. Out comes the Golden Bomb Squad in front of the Citizen, and Karma goes for, I assume, a double charge. That was the first one, and there's the second double charge there. Okay, Illurin goes down to the Golden Bomb Squad's ability, and it is back to Tonics' side of the field. So, that Goblin Bomb Squad will, of course, kill the Citizen before the Citizen kills it, but that does then leave the Golden Bomb Squad open to a Piolet. So Tonics' turn once again. He could drop another Rise of the People if he felt like it, although that would involve a revival from the grave. And he's probably a bit tired of giving Karma back his cards for free. So there's a charge up on the first action. He may just go for a triple charge here, play a Piolet into the Goblin Bomb Squad on the second turn. But let's see. Out comes the Golden Garden Cat on the far left-hand side, forcing a response there from Karma, unless he wants that to constantly regenerate or generate light resources. Citizen damages the Goblin Bomb Squad, enough for a Piolet to take care of it. Karma goes for a double charge. Really has to remove that Golden Garden Cat. Doesn't have enough for an Illurin or a Materio at this point, so it would have to be a removal. Goes just straight for the Kadir's Monster Bird. Interesting choice there. Down goes the Citizen. The Golden Garden Cat activates its ability, so that's a lot of light resources just came right back into Tonics' pool. So, a hunt onto the Kadir's Monster Bird would deal with that quite nicely. We're going for a capture instead, an interesting choice. So the Kadir's Monster Bird is going to start just moving in front of enemy creatures, which is going to work out very nicely for Tonics, actually. Moves at the end of the turn or the beginning? Every turn at the end of the turn, beginning of every turn. So he did need to take care of that Goblin Bomb Squad, which is what he does. Down goes the Golden Bomb Squad. And a charge for the third action. Yes, indeed. So Golden Garden Cat hits into Karma, who now has 2 HP left. If Karma plays a creature as any kind of block against the Golden Garden Cat, the Kadir's Monster Bird is just going to push the Golden Garden Cat out of the way and jump in front. Karma goes for the revival. Out comes the Drag to Hell. Does take care of that Golden Garden Cat. Which is probably the best thing that could have happened for Karma. Tonics' turn. We still haven't seen 2 of Tonics' cards, so we might be holding something in reserve there. Let's see what happens here. Discard into Nature, which is an interesting choice. Discard into Nature for what reason? For a Nature Goblin Bomb Squad. Interesting, interesting. And then a charge on the third action. Alright, so an aggressive Golden Bomb Squad, of course, it prevents any creature from being played in front of it. And if Karma doesn't answer it, then it is going to be murdered. So a discard into gold. Another discard into gold. For a Goblin Bomb Squad of his very own. But the Kadir's Monster Bird is just going to push that out of the way, as we mentioned earlier. So the Goblin Bomb Squad now does have an opening onto Karma. Fene ability might activate. You never can tell with Karma, with Fene. So Tonics is going to go for a single charge. He says a good job. He's feeling pretty confident about it. Karma's just going to forfeit. Not going to go for any shenanigans with the Fene ability. And Tonics emerges after a real knockabout fight there as the victor. So congratulations to Tonics and well played to Bluesy Floozy. So Tonics gains 1 there. Okay, alrighty. So, let's see what we've got here. Currently, Little Box is in the lead with 2 points. In second place is Vertsona Floozy and Garuda Warrior with 1 point apiece. And in last place is the Fellowship of Duelists with no points so far. Whew, okay, well that was exciting. Whew. Alright, Evil Bard is prepared to lose to Vertsuit. Okie dokie. Kutax, Tonics, win! Yes. Rai Senpai, Garuda have a chance. Garuda do have a chance. Absolutely, yeah. So what? Ah, why didn't I get a surprise attack instead of the drag to hell? Very sad. Nice gin tonic, says Stephen. Yes, good game, well played. Good game, good game. One of the most intense battles I've ever seen. Good game. Yep, yep. Very nice. Very nicely played on both players' sides there. Excellent. Okay, so next up is Evil Bart versus Vertsude. Evil Bart versus Vertsude. So please come online. I will spin the duck, who'd gone missing, trying to escape, but yeah. Okay, so facing forward, Evil Bart, facing away, Vertsude. Alright, let's spin. Okay, yeah, just completely facing towards. So what did I say? Evil Bart, because it's alphabetical. Evil Bart, please send a battle request to Vertsude. Evil Bart, please send a battle request to Vertsude. When both of you are online. James, I guess Matt Fab doesn't work on gin tonics. Very few things work on gin tonics. He's a legend for a reason. Okay, so Evil Bart, battle Vertsude. Evil Bart, battle Vertsude. Who's this? Fellowship versus Vertsona Floozy. Okay. So Evil Bart, you got to win this one, buddy. You got to win this one for the glory of your team. It'd be nice if somebody would come online. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure I have both Evil Bart and Vertsude added to my friends list, so 99% sure. So what, Triss is still giving me headaches. Yeah. It's interesting to see Light Elf Hero Triss +1 outside of specific combo decks. But yeah, still does work. Alright, no need for glory. I planned all of this. Okay. Well, I'm glad that your plan's coming together. Evil Bart, Vertsude. One or both of you, please come online, or I will disqualify both of you. Alright, it's just to make news, just to give newbies some confidence. Not sure how much confidence they're getting, but okay. It's a noble goal. Alright, 3 minutes. If Evil Bart and Vertsude don't come online in 3 minutes, they're both disqualified. Persona, let's go, Vert. You're gonna do it well as my alternative account. Okay. Now, if Vertsude's using an alternate account, and Evil Bart's using an alternate account, then people have to let me know. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to observe this fight. I have Evil Bart and I have Vertsude added. If they're using different accounts, then I obviously can't spectate them. But so far, neither of them have appeared online. James, can you sub? Who are you supposed to... What team are you in? Vertsude is added. I just don't have you anymore. Okay. In fact, I don't know why I don't. I'm going to add you now, then. We're just waiting for Evil Bart to come on. I'm going to scroll down way too fast. So, Dark Red Evil, I'm having to remove you. I do apologize. Yada yada. Send me a battle request if you want to go again. Boom. Okay, I'm going to just add Vertsude here. There we go. James, you're the sub in the Fellowship, so yeah, okay, so sure. If, let's see, 1 minute for Evil Bart to appear online. So Evil Bart is supposed to be challenging Vertsude, so I have Vertsude added, so if Evil Bart has not sent Vertsude a battle request in the next minute, then we'll sub in Rai Senpai. So what, if I had a surprise attack, the results would be different. Effing Camellia forced a drag to hell into your deck. Yes, if. What's that saying? A bad workman always blames their tools. Alright, it's 30 seconds for Evil Bart to challenge Vertsude. 30 seconds. If that doesn't happen, then Mr. Roo will take Evil Bart's place. Genki, I'm a sub too. Are you? I don't have either one of you written down as a sub. Right, Rai isn't a sub in your team. I don't know. Basically, as far as the Fellowship of Duelists go, the only subs I have written down are Mino, Salsin, Kirito, Marksman, and Magnum. Those are the only subs that I have written down. So Arya says Rai isn't in his in his sub. Kengi isn't actually listed as a sub either. So yeah, alright, hold on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bah. Okay, so Evil Bart is disqualified, unfortunately. I don't know what happened to him. He was here like 5 minutes ago. But yes, Evil Bart has been disqualified for running out of time. Apparently, Rai Senpai isn't actually a registered sub, or and Kengi's not registered as a sub either. So nobody's registered as a sub. So Vertsude wins. Where is it? Here we are. So I'm really enjoying all the shit talk between Ark and Floozy. Well, there was one shit talk. And it wasn't really shit talk. Okay, so Evil Bart. Kengi, I'm sub. You were not given to me. You were not registered as a sub, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check here. Subs. Fellowship of Duelists. Subs. Mino, Salsin, Kirito Marksman, Magnum Opus, and then Arya said other new names will be added later if you allow, but he never added any new subs. So you were not registered as a sub. James, you're not registered as a sub either, honestly. So yeah, if you don't get registered as subs, if your team leader doesn't register you as a sub, then you're not a sub. So yeah. Sorry, who's with Kengi is with you, Chandra. Well, you're Master Booty, so that's the Garuda Warriors. So yeah, not a sub for the Fellowship. Never mind. Evil Bart forfeits because of a disqualification, and we're moving on to the final fight. Final fight is Codename GLZ versus God XZ. Codename GLZ versus God XZ. Arya Arc Gamer 404. That's Rai Senpai, and apparently that's not in your sub lists. You had Mino, Salsin, Kirito, or Magnum as your registered subs. If you don't register them as subs with me, they ain't subs. Vertsude, does this mean I get to sleep? Yes. Yes, you can sleep. Where are we? Andy's on. Too late. Rai Senpai, well, you were in the Garuda Warriors, because I'm pretty sure, because you were replaced with the role players, weren't you? Which means you're not a sub for the Fellowship of the Duelists. Okay, good. So, yeah, I know Rai Senpai is Mr. Roo, but Rai Senpai is not in your team, so he can't sub for you. Mino is Gamer 404? Yeah. Anyway. Oh. Right, it's Mr. Roo and Gamers 404. Yeah, alright. Listen, it got very, very confusing. Anyway, we're moving on to the last one. We can sort of... This is all just a test anyway. Rai is Mr. Roo and Mino is Gamer 404. Fair enough. Well, Vertsude's gone to sleep anyway. Doesn't matter. This is all just a test. And seriously, Guys, you gotta get your shit together, alright? So that's 2 people now who have completely failed to show up for their fights. It's not okay. So, moving on. Codename GLZ versus GodXZ. Codename GLZ versus GodXZ. Now, I'm not 100% sure that I have either of you guys added, so please comment your in-game names in the chat box, just so I'm absolutely sure I've got at least one of you. I have Codename GLZ because Codename is Gilby's, isn't it? Yep, so that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, James is Gamer404. Yeah, I know. You got 3 different usernames over 3 different accounts. So you got James, you got Mino, you've got Gamer404. It's extremely confusing. This is a test anyway. And we shouldn't be doing substitutes. Everyone was told to turn up and make sure their shit was in order. Don't know why 2 people have had trouble so far. But yeah, that's... Vertona Floozy has gained 2 points. In fact, Vertona Floozy's only 2 points of victory are because of disqualifications. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, Gilby's versus GodXZ. So, alphabetically speaking, Gilby facing forward, GodXZ facing away. So let's do this. Alright, facing away, so GodXZ, send a battle request, C, to Gilby's. So GodXZ, send a battle request to Gilby's. Alright. So yes, GodXZ is online. I'm aware, don't worry. But yes, GodXZ, please send a battle request to Gilby's. Gift from Keeperall, gift from Keeperall, gift from Keeperall, gift from Keeperall. Thank you very much, Keeperall. I appreciate it. That's a lot of gems. Holy moly. 21 gems, something like. Alright, looks like they're transitioning. Good. Sabro, your fight was really intense. My fight was really intense for one moment. I thought I wasn't going to make it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. GodXZ versus Gilby's. An aggressive Goblin Bomb Squad opening on the GodXZ side of the field. Gilby's going to answer that. You have to assume with a hunt. Oops, Gilby's entire card list is displayed. Can we hide this? Let's try hiding this. I'm going to have to keep pulling this over to the right-hand side every time. Okay, so an aggressive elephant comes out. Kengi ignored, who by Sabrosona, it's too late. The disqualification happened. I mean, in a tournament, that disqualification would have held anyway, because the substitutes are only allowed to be subbed in before the live stream begins. So technically, under tournament rules, you're not allowed to sub in substitutes at the last minute. It has to be, a substitution has to be declared before the tournament actually begins. So, in both cases, we actually did tournament rules with no subs. Forest Keeper Imp comes out, not in answer to that elephant. Not going to go for an aggressive, not going to go for a defensive answer. They're going to go for an offensive one instead. GodXZ could remove that with a Holy Missile without too much difficulty, if he's packing one. Well, Kengi, we can't, you're not registered. Yeah, I mean, Kengi wouldn't have been allowed to substitute in anyway, because he's not registered as anybody's sub. No team leader sent me a subs list with Kengi's name on it. So that wouldn't have been allowed. Mr. Rue, James would have... For a live stream, James would have been allowed to substitute in. For a tournament, he wouldn't have been allowed in because, again, tournament rules is the subs have to happen before the tournament begins. Just to avoid confusion and slow down and silly buggers. Out comes the Suspicious Peddler in front of the elephant, which will, of course, kill the elephant before the Suspicious Peddler is murdered. I'm gonna... this is getting a bit problematic. Eagle comes out, that's going to kill the Forest Keeper Imp, and... yeah, okay, it's going to shove that elephant out of the way, which I'm pretty sure GodXZ's not super duper happy about. So out comes a Paralyzing Bullet that's going to hold the Suspicious Peddler in play, allowing the Eagle to kill it, unless Gilby's decides to remove it with a spell, which he may choose to do, may not. So what, it's just Arya with his false promises. Kutak's God Stopwatch Live. Oh. James needs sleep / time to grind. It was a great stream even though I didn't fight. The other intense matches made up for that, so good night. Well, thanks for stopping by and watching. Sorry you didn't get to play. But next time. Next time. Alright, so an eagle and an elephant bow out onto the field. Gilby's really does need to answer that eagle in quite a serious way. Otherwise, that's going to cause just way too much damage. The elephant's not quite such a crucial counter, but, you know. Okay, interesting. So the elephant comes out in front of the eagle, but it's not really a defensive creature. So God XZ has enough resources to remove that elephant with a hunt or a paralyzing bullet. A lot of things, really. So possibly not going to work out too well. The hunt won't work now anymore. Oh, no, actually, the hunt will still work. It just won't kill the elephant outright. The eagle will kill it. It depends on whether or not Godsey wants to do that. Flame emission would be perfect here on the elephant and the growth vine. Flame emission into a level up would be ideal. Goes for revival into paralyzing bullet? Yeah, paralyzing bullet onto the elephant so that the eagle can kill it. So an interesting play there. Going to let Gilby's level up first and get the charge up almost certainly. So it's going to be a level up into a charge so that the growth vine will gain a little bit of traction. Yep, there's a level up. And a revival, not a charge. Interesting. So the growth vine just does 1 damage, no big deal. God XZ levels up, and that's going to be 11 damage coming out of the Gilby's. That's pretty nasty. A nature surprise attack, which you just don't see very often because generally speaking there's no reason to run it. You might as well just run a hunt. But cool. Worked out anyway. And down goes the growth vine, the elephant, and the eagle, dealing 11 damage to Gilby's, who really does need to take care of that eagle. Really needs to take care of that eagle. And Bart doesn't come for a reason. Yes, I'm not sure what happened to Bart. Okay, out goes the hunt, finally taking care of that eagle. And a charge for the second action. And a charge for the third action. Going to let that 2 damage come out from the elephant, saving up for something big in darkness or mana. Could be. God XZ could go for an aggressive play here, trying to force a response. Goes for the Golden Garden Cat. That will, of course, activate its ability on the following turn, unless it's killed. So that becomes definite removal necessity for Gilby's. God XZ goes for a double charge at the end, and the elephant goes for its attack. Gilby's turn, so enough mana and enough darkness to summon something pretty unpleasant. Let's see if he decides to go for anything. Goes for a charge, which goes into darkness. It's not really balancing out too well in nature for him. Out comes a Beastkin Jurgen into the center field, and Thunder onto the Beastkin Jurgen to transform him into the Beast Jurgen, which also happens to kill both the Golden Garden Cat and the Elephant. So a very, very expensive double play there. If God XZ has Transformation Spell or Capture, then this could work out very badly for Gilby's. However, without a transformation spell or a capture, this could spell the end of God XZ. Out comes Princess Fabricia on the, interesting, off center left rather than far left. I'm not 100% sure why. Generally, you want to play Fabricia on the far left-hand side so that when she summons a leopard, it's guaranteed to appear to the right-hand side of her, which saves her from targeted AoEs and things like that. But, okay, goes for double charge. Out comes a leopard. It's going to be summoned in an aggressive position. The Beast Jurgen just does what Beast Jurgen does. I assume we're going to see a Ritual of Darkness here onto the Beast Jurgen to activate its AoE ability and to give Gilby's a lot of darkness. Rai Senpai, Garuda Warrior, Achandra Ryan, Gil subs, Project Mirai, and Kengi08. Well, your team leader didn't tell me the subs. I discard into light, into mana, sorry, not light. For a Mukro Elgesco onto the Leopard, there was a 50-50 chance that would go into the Princess Fabicia, but unfortunately it didn't. And down goes the Ritual of Darkness. That's going to activate Jurgen's ability with the AoE and kill the Leopard. Unless Fene gets a lucky activated ability here, though, it looks like this is going to be game for God XZ. A Revival out of the grave, which is pretty expensive, HP-wise. And an Elephant comes down in front of Jurgen, just going to go for the block there in case of any Jurgen shenanigans. And Fene's ability activating. Out comes Princess Fabicia into Fene, whose ability does activate. Always hate that ability. Removes so much skill from the game. God XZ effectively won, but because of Fene shenanigans, now there's a chance that this whole thing could be turned around. So let's see if Gilbeys can actually turn the battle in their favor now. SWAT, wish we had gimmicks. My nature grow mushroom was itching to fight. Yeah, no gimmicks in these live streams. We tried it a couple of times. People hated it. So boring to watch. Ritual of Darkness to transform Jurgen doesn't give resources. Yes, that's an unfortunate use of the Ritual of Darkness. That's why you generally run Ritual of Darkness and Ritual of the Grim Reaper, so that you can use a ritual on either side and still activate it. But he wanted it for the ability activation, so that's okay. All right, God XZ's turn once again. The Jurgen is just going to keep doing Jurgen-y things. Well, not Jurgen-y things. She's going to keep hammering into that Elephant. Out comes a Hunt. That's going to take care of the Suspicious Peddler. It is going to drop another spell into God XZ's grave, but he doesn't care too much about that. So here's the Leopard's chance to kill Fene again. We'll see if the ability activates. Eagle comes out. That could be problematic, but it doesn't shove anybody out of the way, so that's fine. The Leopard comes out shrieking for some reason, and Fene's ability activates once again. Huzzah for Fene. Gilbeys doesn't really have the resources, though, to take advantage of any of this. He can't remove the Elephant and transform the Beastkin Jurgen, so I don't think this is going to help him very much. God XZ is going to have 3 opportunities to kill this Fene on his following turn. Goes for a Revival. But with 2, 1, and 2, even with discarding for guaranteed resource gain, I don't think there's anything the Gilbeys can afford to play, unfortunately. So, a charge into mana, another charge one would have to assume. Yep, which goes into darkness. These 2 creatures bash into the Fabicia and the Elephant. God XZ, I suppose, could go for a removal onto the Elephant just to give 4 chances. But, well, who knows. Paralyzing Bullet comes out. That's going to paralyze the Elephant. Perhaps he thought that it was going to get damage off. I'm not sure. One more chance to kill the Fene. It doesn't work. Second chance to kill the Fene. It doesn't work. Third chance to kill the Fene. And it finally works! Good grief. And this is why we don't allow Fene in tournaments. But congratulations there to God XZ, and well played to Gilbeys. Well played to Fene, who just continued to activate the thing. Okay, alright. So, at the end of that test tournament, the winner of the qualifying tournament, anyway, is Littlebox with 3 points. They won every single one of their battles. Second place is Vertsona Floozy with 2 points. Third place is Garuda Warrior with 1 point. And fourth place is the Fellowship of Duelists with 0 points. It actually worked out like perfectly scaled, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ay. Fene OP, yep. Nice mechanics, yep. Again, yep. That's how Fene goes, that's how Fene rolls. 4 times. How many times did you get activated? Yeah, 4 or 5 times? 5 times, I think. I think it was 5 times in the end, yeah, it was nonsense. Yeah, 5 times, as Juliana says. This is why we don't allow Fene in tournaments, because this happened, I think, to Nick Stalker in the second Grand Global Tournament. His opponent's Fene ability activated 5 times in a row, and then his opponent actually managed to win because of those 5 activations. It's nonsense. Virtu, good game, guys. I'll go sleep now. Thanks, Ark. Well, thanks for stopping by. Shame you didn't get to fight, but hey. Melissa, yay, Littlebox. Congratulations, Littlebox. So congratulations to Panda Mel, Tonics, and God XZ. Arya, that was a fast stream. Yeah, it would have been not as fast if 2 people hadn't been disqualified. Sorry, I saw my opponent's card again. It's okay, I was keeping them all shoved off to the right-hand side. Kudak's 20% chance. Well, yeah, 20%. Just like the bonus card is 10% chance to get it. Sure it is. Kenki's got another deck he wants to show off. Alrighty. 60205B8. There's a Master Templar Materio one. Seem to be variations on a theme. All the first 5 cards seem to be the same in every single one of these decks that Kenki sends. There we go. Yeah, Clone Spell. It's an interesting choice. Codename, it's a pleasure to have a battle with you, God XZ. That's the kind of sportsman-like conduct we like to see around here. Okay, so that's the end of the qualifying tournament stuff. So if we were going to move into a final, it would be Little Box versus Vertsona Floozy. Which would be a best of 3. So the 2 team leaders would fight it out, and then the next 2 down would also fight it out, and the winners would be declared the victors. And it would probably be best of 3. So it would be Sabrosona versus Panda Mel, best of 3. Vertsud versus Tonics, best of 3. GodXZ versus Bluesy Floozy, best of 3. And then whoever wins the most wins the finals. Sweet Mint, hello. A little late, but hi. Nice to have you. Interesting deck combo, Kengi. Yeah. Kengi Battle Me Arc. No. Arya, your newbie killer deck. Okay. 601 FC 90. There we go. Okay, Tsunami, which isn't odd choice, but fair enough. And Desert Fox, also an odd choice, but fair enough. Fabicio, of course, always nice and powerful. Stephen Gunn. 60205 C8. Right, and share. Sabro, finals are today or Friday? If we decide to have the finals, and it's up to you guys, then we'll have it on Friday, if we're having the finals. Yep, that's solid. Light Eagle is an interesting choice, given that it unbalances you in favor of light over gold. My personal preference would be to change the Light Eagle for a Goblin Shredder. Or a gold Piole. If you were really lucky, that would be best. You could have 2 Pioles. Awesome. Not necessary though. Personally, I'd change the Light Eagle for a gold, for a Goblin Shredder or something like that, just to balance out the resources a little bit better. But yeah, it's fine as it is. It's very solid. Very solid. Kutax 60205D2. Beastmaster Klaus, one of these rando decks. Interesting. Alright, so you got... Yeah, that's weird. Alright, so Bard Red Hood's not great. The Bard isn't great. A normal Beastkin Mino's not great. Archer Mary's pretty bad. And Barbarian King Tanak is pretty bad. Beastmaster Klaus is fun. If he summons a Jurgen, then that's generally quite enjoyable. But most people these days are running Amateur's Blue Spell Circle. So even if you summon Jurgen, he's almost certainly going to get immediately grabbed. I get the point of it. Use the Beastmaster Klaus to summon animals and things like that. And Leaf Ninja Hikaru can jump around the place. And then the Bard and the Bard Red Hood to charge up and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, that's too many combos, too many dead cards if the combos don't activate. So the Bard Red Hood's not great, Bard's not great, Beastkin Mino Standard isn't great, Archer Mary's not great, Barbarian King Tanak is actually really bad because he keeps jumping in front of enemy creatures rather than dealing direct damage to your opponent. And the Leaf Ninja Hikaru's, she's okay, she's fine, but she's not brilliant. So yeah, I get it, but it's a bit too combo-y, Codename, I'll try again next time. Well, that's, what is that? It's one of the sayings about courage. Sometimes courage is that little voice at the end of the day that says, I will try again tomorrow. So what? Yay, we're in the finals with a 0% win rate. Yep. Got XE, Friday I can't play. Okay. You only have a cool stream anyway? No. Kengula does not have finals, as it's only the test tournament. Yeah, I just want normal sub battles. I'm kind of missing the normal sub battles myself, I must admit. We probably won't have the finals, especially if God XZ can't make it. This was really just for a test to just make sure that this format works with this kind of, you know, 1v1 kind of thing with the point system. Seems to work, so good. So on Friday we'll probably go back to normal sub battles, probably. But if anybody has any specific requests or anything like that, then obviously let me know in the Discord and we will listen. Okay, so what is this, Stephen Gunn? Your gimmick deck. Wah, wah. A double Beastmaster Klaus, Doom Machine, Ultra, Rage of Nature, Ultimate Wave of Life, Build Barrier, Double Holy Spear, Bard Song. Yeah, okay. So it's. I remember you posted this in the Discord, and people were arguing whether or not it's a gimmick. Which I didn't get involved in at the time, but for what it's worth, technically this isn't a gimmick. And it's not a gimmick because it has two separate win conditions. That being said, people, the other reason why it's not a gimmick is because it's not actually strong. It's got two separate gimmicks in there, but because it's got two separate gimmicks, neither one of them is particularly powerful. But yeah, you know, fun certainly if you want to run it. Arya, I still have a chance, right? If I do, I'll have my revenge. I have no idea. Kutax, make a Klaus deck. Somebody asked me for a Klaus deck a while back, and I sort of looked into it, but by that point we were getting so many new booster packs in that just outright counter Klaus, that it was, Klaus had gone from fun and kind of viable to fun and really not viable. Stephen Gann, can we have sub still? You mean sub battles now? Or what? So what, and it works, but the player dedication doesn't I don't know what that's in response to. Giuliano, truly I can't play gimmick decks. Yeah. This isn't a gimmick deck, this one here. Not technically. It doesn't technically fit into gimmick decks. It's, this is technically a combo deck, because it doesn't have a solitary win condition and so on and so forth. And it's quite easy to counter even without a dedicated anti-gimmick deck. So yeah, that's not gimmick. Just kind of fun double combo. Steven, substitute for me on Friday. We may not be doing the finals on Friday because it is just for tests. And we already know best of three kind of thing works, so. Arya, how about an Amantur deck? I looked into that as well. I actually had one. I mean, I may still have the thing that I was working on saved in here, but I don't think so. I think I deleted it. Nah, I deleted it. The problem is, Amantur's really only ability is that all his health points won't drop below a certain value, to which everybody goes, okay, I don't care, and transforms them. Arya wanted some inspiration. Fair enough. So I'm pretty sure solo tournament is better. Your teammates can't screw you or carry you. Personally, I agree. I prefer... throughout all of these tests and things, I've been thinking to myself, I kind of prefer solo tournaments. They're way easier to organize. They're not quite so reliant on your teammates, as you say, carrying you or screwing you over. They're a lot easier to organize as well. It's just very simple bracket format, boom, you're done. So I prefer solo tournaments, personally speaking, but this isn't a channel for me, it's a channel for everybody. So if everybody wants to keep trying with the team tournament stuff, perfectly okay, perfectly happy to do that. But if everybody's looking at this and going, you know what, kind of miss the solo tournaments, then I'm also really happy to go back to the solo tournaments. Codename Amantur plus Amantur Pendulum plus Blue Spell Circle plus Black Spell Circle. Yeah, and then you have no mana left to do anything. Amantur Pendulum is nature, and then you got a Blue Spell Circle. Amantur and the Blue Spell Circle aren't going to work because the Amantur is just too expensive. Then the Amantur Pendulum is in nature, and the Black Spell Circle is in black, obviously, but then you're having to give up some really nice nature cards, and the Black Spell Circle thing, you're like, well, why am I bothering with this? So yeah, it's not, you're not really going to, it's too many combo steps required. Fun, as I say, but you're not going to get into top 10 with it. Stephen Gunn, best deck for Chocolate Lover. Okay, not sure why. Danny Pons, did you try to join the Magic the Gathering Arena closed beta? I didn't try to, I succeeded. I actually got 2 codes for it. I gave one of them away. But yes, I really do enjoy it. Kutax, what is your favorite 5-star card? It's the Warlords. Of course it's the Warlords. Warlords are awesome. I love them. I mean, they're not viable at all, but I love the Warlords so much. Kengi, I prefer solo tournaments. Yeah. SWAT, hands down. Camellia, but he doesn't know. Well, yeah, I mean, Camellia's not my favorite. Even if I had Camellia, she wouldn't be my favorite. Most powerful 5-star cards, yeah, definitely Camellia would be up there, at least in the top 5. But my favorite, no. Camellia would never be my favorite. I would win. I would go, well, yeah, I won, but I won in the sense that, you know, everybody turned up for a sword fight and I had a gun. So yes, it's an interesting one. Devil's Lie is interesting. Most people use Summon Dead these days because it's still anti-gimmick, but it's more sort of all-rounder. I do like Heavy Offering. I think it's a fun card. Scathach turns in with a Nerva quite nicely, and the Bronte is actually not terrible. We did create a Bronte deck a year ago that I ran kind of successfully, which kind of weirded me out. So many decks being posted. Okay, 600. Wow, that's an old one. 6-1 FA. Fanny Adams. Oh no, that's one we just looked at. That's fine. Is Gates of Hell gimmick if you don't have any high-cost creatures? It depends on the creatures that you have in there, but if you're running stuff like Skeleton, Hellhound, Magician Mouse Field, then no, it's not a gimmick because it's easy to counter. Kengi's got another one. Kengi, just posting all your decks. You're not going to have any surprises left. Okay. Master Templar Materio with King of Prophets. That's interesting. So what? You've got light and you choose whether or not you want to bring out Materio or King of Prophets. It's fair enough. I would have thought that the King of Prophets and the Materio would have kind of overlapped too much to be particularly useful. But, cool. Stephen Gang... no, you just keep posting the same one. We already looked at that. That's fine. Kutak, show me 5-star. Show you what 5-star? 60061 F4. Okay, overwrite and share. All right, this is the Chocolate Lover deck. Okay, I was wondering why the other one was a Chocolate Lover deck. I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. But yes, this one's a Chocolate Lover deck. Chocolate Bouquet. Which I apparently have no cards of. Well, it is EXT actually, isn't it? So yeah, of course I wouldn't. Yeah. So these are my favorite 5-star cards. Shurika and Tarka. Absolute favorites. Warlords! Woo! I love those so much. Okay. So, one more time, I'm going to post the... I accidentally clicked on stuff I shouldn't have clicked on the Discord. I'm going to send the Discord link if anybody would like to get involved in the upcoming tournaments, either solo or team. Jump into the Discord and get involved. Kingy, I have a 100% win rate with that one at the moment. I maybe lose to aggro, but I faced aggro and didn't have much problems to deal with it. It didn't cause you many problems. Oh, good. I mean, if it's working for you, then that's great. It's the kind of deck that wouldn't work for me, certainly, and I would never recommend it to a newbie, because in any given match, you're always going to have one dead card. It's going to be either King of Prophets is a dead card or Materio is a dead card. So you need to be able to know how to play effectively with 11 cards in any given fight. Hey, I mean, if it works for you, then. Kutax, wow, you have 2. Yes, I have 2 of each. Yeah. They're kind of worn value, though. That one's a little bit better, but still not great. I'm going to have to repair them. Okay, so yes, the test tournament thing I think worked out pretty well. I am going to hold another little poll on the Discord immediately after this live stream. which are wrapping up now, and I will ask people once again if they are still more interested in team tournaments or more interested in solo tournaments. So if you want to vote for whether or not the next tournament should be team tournament or solo tournament, jump into the Discord and make your voices heard. Sabro, I sold all of my chocolate bouquets rather, except for one to the card appraiser. You got like 300,000 gold. That's not bad. It's not bad. Aria, okay, we'll do one more of these deck codes then for Aria, 601 F736. Paralyzer Elurun. Okay. Yeah, it looks solid. Devil's Lie, again, personally, my choice would be Summon Dead. Because Devil's Lie is dedicated anti-gimmick and is dead if you're not running against a gimmick, whereas Summon Dead is useful regardless of whether or not you're going up against a gimmick deck. But Devil's Lie is also really nice for its ability to just sort of like snag things. So if it's working out for you, awesome. Nothing obviously wrong with the deck. It looks solid. Only 3 removal spells, which is a bit problematic, but you do have Allure in there, so that kind of helps. Kengi, the fun thing is that I never have problems to pull out both. I always manage to get enough resources. Well, good. That'd be weird. Arya, Devil's Lie synergizes with Illurin. Paralyzes an enemy target for 2 turns. If cancelled, it turns the target into an enemy. Paralyzes for 2, 2, and 4. Illurin requires it to be 3. Destroys because you paralyzed for more than 3 turns. I guess so. Sure, yeah. If you play Illurin and then somebody else plays another card, I guess you could play... I mean, it's 7 resources to paralyze a creature for 4 turns so that Illurin will kill it. I mean, at that point, if you're using it for a removal spell, you're better off running Dark Firebolt or Drag to Hell or... Hell, I mean, I think even Death Sentence is cheaper than that. I mean, as a removal spell, it sucks, even partnered with Illurin. Devil's Lie is useful for snagging Jane and Nereva and things like that, and Gumiho? Yeah, Gumiho. Cards like that. Cards that have direct spell resistance. Kutak's another... Okay, this is the last one. This is the last one. Another thing. Okay, so 60205 DF. I don't know why things keep appearing randomly on my screen there. It's very strange. Override, share deck. Okay, Beastmaster Klaus with a guaranteed Jurgen, because you can never rely on Klaus to summon a good Beastkin. Nereva, which, yeah, works out okay next to the Beastkins, depending on who you pull. Ice Spear, 2 Drag to Hell seems like an awful lot. 2 Firebolts, 2 Hunts, a Cocoon of Evolution. You're basically running this like a gimmick, except it's not a gimmick. So that's interesting. Generally, whenever you see, you know, no creatures, only control-based spells at the beginning, and then, you know, like 2 or 3 creatures at the end, it's for gimmick purposes. But Jurgen, Nereva, and Beastmaster Klaus together, I wouldn't personally have said that they were really gimmick viable, but hey, if it works out for you, then great. Yeah, if it works out. Oh, I think that's why I never made a Beastkin Klaus deck. I don't actually have Beastmaster Klaus. Yeah, I never wanted to spend real money on it, and trying to pull it out of a booster pack is pointless. Yeah, whoa, 2 Drag to Hells. Yeah, I mean, you see double Drag to Hell sometimes in dedicated gimmick decks that have darkness in them, but it's not very common. Okay, so yes, as I was saying, we're going to wrap up there. I'd hoped that this would last longer, but with 2 disqualifications, unfortunately, we just kind of rushed towards the end of that. Nevertheless, I think it was successful. If you would like to get involved in a team tournament or a solo tournament, jump into the Discord. Let me know which one you are more in favor of, and then you will be, be notified when time comes around for sign-ups. So on Friday, we'll probably go back to standard sub-battles, just the normal livestream stuff, no more tests, just have some fun with it. People can bring their weird and wonderful and wild decks rather than trying to be super competitive. And get back to having just some plain old weird kind of fun. Yeah, in the meantime, thanks to everybody who participated. Congratulations to Littlebox, who basically emerged the victor, and Vertsona, Floozy, Garuda Warrior, and the Fellowship of Duelists for getting involved and fighting as well. So, congratulations to everyone who fought. Well played, well done, and all that sort of good stuff. Here's a squeak from Samurai Quack. Just make you feel really good about yourselves. I will see most of you, hopefully, in the Discord in a few minutes. For the rest of you, I will see you on Friday's live stream. Please come with your decks. Get involved in the sub-battles. If I have any gems to give away, I will give them away then. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you guys soon. Be good, and if you can't be good, be careful.